Hi, my name is Mike Hubbard. I'm with the Missouri Department of Conservation. I'm a Field Unit Chief with the Resource Science Division. I'm going to talk a little bit today about hunter and angler numbers in the state of Missouri and the issues that are facing all hunters and anglers across the country. I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about what we've seen in the past related to hunter numbers and angler numbers, and then talk a little bit about what the department is doing to try to help address some of the issues of declining hunter and angler participation rates in our state. Several years ago, we pulled together some information from our point-of-sale database where we could look at individuals through time and see what their purchasing history was related to small game, deer, turkey hunting, and angling activities in our state. We had the opportunity with this POS database to look at individuals of a specific age class and track them through time so that we could estimate not only what they've done in the past, but what they may be doing in the future related to participating in consumptive outdoor-related activities like hunting and fishing. The graph that you're looking at now on the screen is a graphic of different individuals in the state of Missouri in the year 2000 in terms of the number of individuals of any given age class that purchased a license to hunt small game in our state. As you can see, in 2000 we had about 2,700 individuals purchase a license who were 16 years old to hunt small game in the state of Missouri. If you look at this graphic, we just put behind it a little shadow distribution so that you can follow it through time and see what happened in the year 2000. At the bottom of the graphic you can see a counter now that says how many individuals that we had in 2000 hunting small game in the state, and we can follow them through time. In 2001 you can see the distribution shifting a little bit to the right. 2002, 2003, 2004, and 2005. You can see that we've had a considerable number of people disappear from the population. In terms of, by 2009 we'd lost about 30,000 individuals who were residents who were hunting small game in the state of Missouri. These are not estimates, they're not survey numbers. These are the actual number of individuals that participated from 2000 through 2005. And we saw about a 30,000 drop in terms of the number of individuals participating. Taking that information, we modeled it on into the future and looked at what is going to happen over the next 20 years. 2010, you can see the distribution shifting further to the right, 2015, 20, and out through 2030. In fact, by 2030, Missouri will have a net loss of around 137,000 small game hunters in our state. We took that information, we went back and we used our model data and pulled out 2007 numbers just to see how accurate we were in modeling or projecting the number of individuals who are going to hunt small game in the state. And we found that we were right on the money, unfortunately, and we had 189,541 individuals purchase small game hunting permits in the state of Missouri in 2007. That's a drop of in excess of almost 40,000 individuals. Firearms deer hunters in Missouri are a different group than our small game hunters. We were also concerned about how they would behave in terms of future numbers as well, and if they would be similar to our small game hunters or not. And unfortunately they are. And by 2030 we're going to have a net loss of about 117,000 deer hunters in our state. Anglers, we know, are a different group as well. In 2000 we had over almost 700,000 anglers in the state of Missouri. But the unfortunate reality is that by 2030 we're going to have a net loss of anglers of around 204,000 individuals. In fact, we looked at 2007 sales and compared it to model projections, and we'd already lost almost 40,000 anglers, and we're down to 653,000 residents purchasing permits to allow them to fish in the state of Missouri. Not everything's bad news. POS data revealed also that from 2000 to 2005, 1.8 million individual Missouri residents purchased a permit to hunt or fish in our state, which is great news. That means about almost one in every 3 adults in the state of Missouri have purchased a permit at some time during that, from 2000 to 2005, allowed them to participate in some form of consumptive recreation in Missouri. One of the things we have to remember as a group of dedicated hunters and anglers, though, is not everyone behaves like we do. When we looked at that information, that POS information, looked at purchasing history, what we found was that 58% of all of our spring turkey hunters purchased a permit either 1 out of those 6 years or 2 out of those 6 years. So the group of people who purchased a permit 6 out of 6 years to hunt spring turkeys was very small, about 13% of our overall hunters. If you look at all the deer hunting, small game hunting, waterfowl hunting, angling, we see the exact same trends in all those groups, with basically 50 to 60% of them purchasing a permit 1 out of every 6 years or 2 out of every 6 years, versus only about 13% purchasing every year. To try to address some of the concerns and increase hunter and angler participation out there, we've put in place the Hunter Apprentice Authorization, which allows people who have not hunted in the past and are over 16 years of age to hunt with a properly licensed adult mentor who has Hunter Ed certification. You can purchase that annual authorization for 2 consecutive years or 2 years at any time. It's $10 per year. The idea here is we wanted to expose individuals to hunting and encourage their participation in hunter education in the future. Another thing that we put in place as an agency is online hunter education option, where you can take most of your hunter education course online with a 1-day field, 4 to 5 hour field portion to finish out your hunter education. Final points that I want to make related to overall hunter and angler numbers in the state of Missouri. Bottom line is we're running out of time. As we move through the next 20 to 30 years, the individuals who are going to be our mentors, who are basically 40 years old and older, are going to phase out of the system. We know that it takes a hunter and angler to make a hunter and angler, and as those people disappear from the system, we lose the ability to recruit and retain new and young hunters and anglers. There's no silver bullet, no one thing that we can do as an agency or any individual group within the state can do that's going to reverse these trends. It's going to require a variety of different approaches and a lot of different activities that we put in place over the next 10 years to try to stabilize hunter and angler numbers. We're all in this together. The agency, in terms of the Missouri Department of Conservation, can't reverse this trend on our own. We can provide opportunities for citizens of the state to take control and try to reverse these trends, which is what we've done with youth hunting seasons, the Hunter Apprentice Authorization, and trying to move hunter education to online options. We also recognize as an agency that our regulations will impact more people than any individual program. We can provide regulations that allow our citizens to be mentors instead of trying to do all this through programs within our own agency. With that, we think the future of hunting and angling is bright in Missouri. We still lead the nation in terms of recruiting young hunters and anglers, and I believe we'll continue to do that into the future. And with your help, we'll probably be able to reverse the trends and hopefully stabilize the numbers of hunters and anglers throughout the state.